I'd just like to welcome you to my little brief presentation about Digital Skills Academy. I set up Digital Skills Academy as a one-stop point for career progression, inductions, professional development, and skills development for educators. So, in this academy, we have six different training rooms, and each one has a unique purpose. For example, we have the e-learning for teachers classroom or training room in which we have different trainings, two trainings on Google Classrooms. We have the e-learning series with blended learning and so much about creating materials using Canva and generally learning about e-learning. And there are at least 10 different trainings, video trainings in this particular training room or classroom. And then we have foundations for teaching and learning. And in this training room, we have so many trainings. You can see the different titles: how children learn, domains of learning, multiple intelligences, learner characteristics, differentiations, learning environments, cultures of learning, teacher cognition, etc. Basically, this particular course is to teach you about the educational psychology. For teachers who don't have a very strong foundation in educational psychology, you can learn from this classroom. For school owners who don't understand education, this is the basis for teaching and learning. So you can also subscribe to this classroom. Then we have the teaching practice development classroom, and these are the courses that you do here. We have different series. We have a series for learning and materials development, managing teaching and learning, approaches to teaching and learning, developing e-learning materials, blended learning, etc. We have safeguarding and child protection videos, about four of them, four different trainings. And then our teacher mentoring series covers so many aspects of teaching and learning, from the perspective of what the teacher does in the classroom. So that's a training room that is also available. Then we have international teacher development. Now, this is a good deal. It's three Cambridge TKT modules, module 1, 2, and 3. And then we also have IELTS teacher development for teachers looking to learn how to teach IELTS to their students. And every classroom that I've introduced to you is just 20,000 per year. So imagine paying 20,000 naira only and having the opportunity to learn different types of skills and different types of knowledge and experience from different courses throughout the year. All you need to do is choose a classroom and subscribe to it. For schools, we advise schools to subscribe to all six classrooms and buy more subscriptions for each classroom so that all year round they can recommend different types of training to different types of people in school. We have a training room for school leadership, and these are the titles. You learn about planning, you learn about special education, you learn how to create school timetables, how to carry out teacher observations, how to create student surveys, strategic planning, etc. There's so much here. And then finally, we have admin and school directors. We have a classroom dedicated to them, which can also be used by school leaders. Basically, here we're talking about governing board, strategic planning, how to improve schools, planning, risk management or understanding risk, quality assurance, different trainings on quality assurance and quality management for school. And then there's also training for how to market your school. I'm just going to take you briefly into the Google Classrooms where the trainings have been created. I think I've gone to the wrong classroom. Let's go to this one. Okay, so the classrooms there's six classrooms here. And here, the first one is the e-learning classroom. The reason we use Google Classroom is our attempt to reduce the cost, because if we use more expensive platforms, it'd be too expensive. So if you click on each one of them, there are different trainings. And I put in some other how-to videos, but most of them are by myself. Real trainings that have been recorded over time are now available to you for just 20,000 naira a year. You can learn how to use Canva, And there are two different trainings for Canva. So that's just e-learning for teachers. Let's go to foundations for teaching and learning. Have I done that? I think I have. Okay, so here we have different types of training. You just click on any one and you get different types of trainings, So these are trainings that were done topic by topic over a period of time. So they're all available to you. Teaching practice development. I'm going classroom, one classroom at a time. So click on them, and there's so much to learn, different videos and training. Let's go to international. I think I've done this TKT before. I've shown this one. It shows the Cambridge TKT. Okay, so let's look at this. For example, under module one, we have different, module one, we have different videos, covering different aspects of teaching and learning. We have module two, which teaches you a different set of items, so the different things, the materials are there. I'll just go on. School leadership has a lot of training also. So here we have foundations for school leadership. That's a training on its own. We have skills for school leaders, which have different types of skills: planning, special education, supporting learners in mainstream education, etc. So you click on any one of them and you have different video trainings, all for 20,000 naira a year per person. And then we have the classroom for school admin. Yeah. So we have quality assurance for schools, etc. How to set up a board of governors, distance learning, risk-based thinking, which you need in school, how to market your school, etc. There are over 10 trainings in this classroom. So generally, I'd like to invite you to subscribe. If you do want to subscribe, please contact me on WhatsApp on 0705567150 on WhatsApp. And if you do have my other WhatsApp number, you can contact me on that, because I have different teacher groups and most of my teacher groups are on a different number. So if you're in one of my communities, contact me directly. But otherwise, if you're meeting me for the first time, contact me on 0705567150 on WhatsApp to subscribe. I would advise that you do subscribe. It's just 20,000 naira. It's subsidized already, and it allows you to upgrade your skills throughout the year. And if you're a teacher, for example, you can learn about school leadership. You aspire for school leadership, you can start taking training in school leadership. If you're a school owner, you'd like to understand about teaching and learning, you can take any of the three different classrooms that have to do with teaching and learning, either e-learning or foundations for teaching and learning, or otherwise you can do the other one for just teaching practice, development. And if you're a school admin, you want to learn something else, you can take training in another classroom. But basically, every classroom is 20,000 naira for the year. So I'd like to invite you to contact me and subscribe so you start developing yourself. The classrooms can be used for induction. So when you have new staff, you can actually induct them in any of the classrooms that you want. If you have a staff you want to teach e-learning, then buy a subscription in the e-learning classroom. If you have a staff who needs a foundation for teaching and learning, then buy a subscription for foundations for teaching and learning. So I would advise schools, because you're going to have staff spread across different parts or specialties. So pay for the 6 classrooms is a steal, because when you combine all the trainings together, we're talking of over 50 different trainings, that your school have access to every year. And it's just 20,000 per subscription per year. I look forward to hearing from you as you contact me on 07055671509. Contact me on WhatsApp and have a good day. Thank you.